I don't know why I did that. Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, no one's gonna pick up on that because right at the beginning, but I just decided to eat the microphone for some reason. That was a good noise. That was a very good noise. Oh, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. My name's Flo Every. Last time, well, we won't go into previously, but yeah, today is going to be quite a chill one. It's going to be us doing free time. We're going to be doing a lot of free time shenanigans. I want to get Makoto up, I want to get Chihara up, I want to get them leveled. I also need to get Charm up, which Oya's is quite a good way of doing that. So if I can't hang out with Chihara, I'm going to hang out with Oya in the evening. Because I need to get Akechi leveled up too. Maruki I can't hang out with right now because he's counseling. Which is good, because that means I can hang out with Yoshizawa and Akechi in his place. But I need to get Charmed up to even approach that. Give me a sec. Chat, I'm just getting something up, and then we'll go into the news, which is also just my review segment now of additional media. I mean, that's always been the case. It's me talking about what I'm doing right now. One of the things I'm doing right now is watching a lot of TV shows. Right, let's get it up. So, starting with the schedule, which is continuing from last week's schedule. The final session of Golden Week, Monday, today! Golden Week ends tomorrow, I think. We're not going to be doing a stream tomorrow, though, because I've got D&D, and also I want to record some Expedition 33. And the reason why the stream title is called I Heard You Like Shoji is because we're going to be meeting the Shoji character this episode as well. That's the plan. Unless we can hang out with Chihara, then we're going to be hanging out with her. Yeah, we're going to be meeting a new character. It's going to be fun. This has to be the last Arcana outside of Futaba and the final party member. Because I can't see us getting it a lot more. We still need to get Star, and we still need to get another one that I forgot the name of. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting them. I don't know if we're going to be completing their social link, but we'll see. And, yeah, as mentioned, there's going to be a Friday stream too, where I'm going to be hanging out with... I was about to say I'm going to be hanging out with Sujiro, but it's because he's in the background. No, we're not going to be hanging out with Sujiro. We're going to be continuing Persona 5 Royal Rose as regular on Mondays and Fridays, and that's going to be Friday at 1 PM. I'm quite happy of the 1 PM schedules. I think going forward, I'll be doing that. Probably later on, I might go back to 4 PM, but I don't mind doing 1 PM chat. It's quite chill. 1 PM's quite a cozy time to do these things. Alongside that, Half-Life 3 rumours have been circulating around. I kind of have dropped off the train of following rumours, to be honest, but these are quite a lot of people are talking about this one. Basically, there are rumours that Half-Life 3 is currently in a fully playable state, and we might be hearing news about it this year. Do I think we'll be getting Half-Life 3? I mean, maybe. It depends if it's financially viable for Valve. I think if they think it's going to bring in a bunch of money. The thing is about Valve is they only really make a new Half-Life game if they're trying to show off new tech. Like with the VR helmet for Half-Life Alyx, or the physics simulation in Half-Life 2. There's no reason to make Half-Life 3. They're not going to make Half-Life 3. In this case, it would be just there to finish the story. And I wouldn't mind that, to be fair. And it would be a nice surprise to have it this year before Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, but I wouldn't be shocked if Valve, ignore these rumours, because Half-Life 3 is like the longest running trend. It existed before Silksong, it existed before Grand Theft Auto 6, or Elden Ring rumours. This is the longest running, rumoured game, I think, ever, maybe. So, I mean, we might get more, but I think it just comes down to waiting and seeing what Valve say. That'd be a hell of a thing to come out. Right, more Expedition 33. I did another part of this yesterday in my day off from Persona 5 Golden Week. And yeah, we've got all the party members now, the playable party members. I quite enjoy playing as each one. They play very differently, and the combat is not too complicated where you're going to just lose your mind in it. There's a lot of different moves for each of the characters, and as I said, each one plays very differently. I have quite enjoyed the latest character. At first, I didn't know how to feel about his wheel system, but I've kind of viewed the wheel system as less so strategically like working out what dial to end up in, but more so just using what skills are available and doing a shit ton of damage when those become viable. The game is still beautiful. They've had a Benevodon moment where we've gone off to go kill big monsters. And I don't know if I'm getting close to the end, because we are in the process of potentially breaching the monolith. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's going to be the recording I do tomorrow. So yeah, that's Expedition 33. See it on YouTube right now. It's probably the shortest episode I've done, because there's all this one area. But there's some good story in there as well. Right, spoiler warning, chat. For Last of Us Season 4, Episode 4. Season 4? Season 2, Episode 4. I got ahead of myself. There's not going to be 4 seasons of this. That'll be crazy. There's not really a whole lot to say about this episode. I'll go through positives first. Oscar... The person who plays Commissioner Gordon in the new Batman movies, he also played this character in Last of Us Part 2, Isaac. He played this character in Last of Us Part 2. He didn't have that much screen time. I think he had a total of like 4 scenes in the entire game. And they ended up doing a lot more of him here. I don't really know what they're going to do with him in Season 2, considering Season 2 seems like we're going to be focusing on Ellie's POV, and Ellie never meets Isaac in the game. So I assume that this is all set up for Isaac in Season 3, where we're going to have more of an Abby focus. I don't know, though. I don't know. But I enjoyed his interrogation scene. He burned a guy's hand with a copper saucepan. Very crazy. Very insane. And the other big thing I enjoyed was the action in this episode. Oh, I enjoyed the Take On Me scene, the guitar. That was in the game as well, and that was very good. But I think the highlight was the action, especially the subway chase. One of my favourite parts of the game was when you were running through a subway and there were red flares everywhere. It really added to the menace of the scene. And this did a pretty good job of that as well, I think. I don't know, there was a part in that action scene which I don't really understand. So you've got Ellie and Dina who are running away from the runners and the clickers, and they're trying to eat them. And they have a subway train in the middle of the tunnel. They climb on top of the train, good job, but then they climb into the train. And then they climb back out of it. Why did they climb into the train? Why didn't they just stay on top where they couldn't get to them? Because I'm like, well, Flower, they might climb the train. They don't do that. I mean, they kind of do, I guess, because some do fall in through the ceiling. But they don't stay on top of the train because they climb back out of it anyway. It's a weird scene. I like it. I don't mind it. But it is a weird scene. Again, the action's great, and I always enjoy seeing the zombies in this show. And moving on into a soft con, two minor cons I have with this is I think I prefer the relationship between Ellie and Dina in the game. Because Ellie is a lot more focused on revenge in the game. In this, she doesn't seem to be as steadfast or focused on it. It feels like more so they're going on an adventure rather than this being a revenge mission. Which we might see that change in the next episode, where we get the eventual Nora scene where Ellie basically tortures someone. We'll see. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the reveal scene where Dina revealed that she was pregnant. I think that it was handled better in the game. Ellie is understandably angry that she didn't tell her about this. And in the game, in the show, it's just like, oh, it's funny. It's all good. Don't worry about it. And then they joke about Ellie being a dad, and I was like, this is fine. I don't hate the way they're going about this, but I think it makes more sense that Ellie would be kind of angry. But maybe that's just me. There is also the fact that, you know, Ellie was lying about being a moon, but I think that makes more sense given the situation. And that's kind of glossed over. Like, Dina never asks her about that. I guess it's not really her place to ask, but yeah. I kind of wish that was done a little differently, but it's not a massive change that I hate. Moving on, chat, to Peak. Actually, not Peak. I have a confession to make about RE0 Season 3. I think this is the weakest season. Not by a lot, and not because it's bad. The two big things I want you to understand when I say the weakest season is even weak seasons of RE0 are still peak. But I'm not a fan of the pacing in this season. I talked about it last time, but Regulus should have been the last thing that happened in this arc. Regulus should have been the final fight with Emilie, Reinhard and Subaru, but it's not. And it feels like, because they did that early, we're tying loose ends instead of leading to a satisfying climax. I don't hate what happens in these 2 episodes. I don't love that Garth's plot got pushed right to the end of the season. It just sits there for like 7 episodes where Garth gets crushed, and we don't see him again until episode 12. End episode 12. But it's made up for that by probably the best animated fight scene in the entire show. I don't know what happened with the budget, because the budget is incredible. The season is so beautifully animated. It's probably the best animated season of the show, overall. The character expressions, the fight scenes, everything. Even the framing of all the fight is good. I just want to know who ordered this, or ordered the story here, and ask them, why did you do this? But no, yeah, the fight scene with him and the 8-on guy was fantastic. Like, beautifully animated. It was as good as his fight scene of Elsa in Season 2, if not better. I like that he got through his PTSD concerning Elsa. I kind of wish there was more, like, introspection with that, but it's not terrible. And then we move on to episode 14, which I'm not the biggest fan of, because I had a just read on this online. So this is the episode where Reinhard's family, the Sword Saint family, kind of all have a reunion where he kills his grandmother. And I read online that this scene was meant to make you hate Reinhard for killing his grandmother, because he just does it without emotion. I understand that part. He's doing it like a knight would. He doesn't even like flinch. He just kills her because she's a zombie right now. She's not there. Hasn't got her soul. And yet they framed the scene like he is the villain in this. I don't understand that. He was literally about to kill his father. There was no hesitation there. So he killed her, and then they're like, what the hell have you done? Like, I don't understand. And then we get the flashbacks with the Sword Saint. I like it, but I don't think it sits there. This episode might be like people's favorite episodes of the season, but my main issue with it is its placement. If this was before the Regulus fight, I wouldn't have any issue here. But this feels like it should have been earlier in the season. Like, have this before Reinhard. I keep saying it's Reinhard. Is it Reinhard or Reinhard? I can't fucking say his name. I was happy for my boy Garth getting some good ass. Like, yeah, no, he got the animation budget in that fight. Well, he also got the animation budget in season 2 as well. But my God, what a beautifully animated sequence! If there's one thing I can say about this show, is that it is beautifully animated. Like, this season in particular is beautifully animated. But yeah, episode 14 didn't drive well with me. I thought that it was good emotionally, but again, its placement was all over the place. I think that we haven't spent enough time. I feel like we already had the resolution to this arc in season 1. where Wilhelm had his moment killing the white whale. But then they brought it back in season 3, I guess, to give Reinhard a character arc. He didn't get one in season 1. Just kind of put a pin in something from season 1. Yeah, but I think that the way they went about it was a bit strange. But outside of that, good show, good season. I think I prefer season 1 and 2, but this has been a very good season so far. And I think there's even an issue with the show. I think that it's just, the story is not exploring deeper themes this season because we're getting a lot of world building, a lot of character building instead. Season 2 was very introspective. There was a lot of flashbacks, like building the main core characters up. This is more so about world building and lots of really good action. So I don't mind it. I think it being the weakest season is not an issue. It just, we kind of had to have this. But in the fear of God and Diviner's dad, which was nice to see. Oh yeah, that twat got what he deserved. Like, but he was like, I am going to expose you to the world, and no one will ever want you to be the Sword Saint again. And then Reinhard was like, Uno reverse card. No one knows this, and I just did my fucking duty, buddy, so come at me. I'm the strongest person in the entire world. Did you see me pull my sword in that fight? The world vibrated as he did it. It was crazy. But that's it. That's RE0. I will review the last 2 episodes when I get to them, I guess. Yeah, probably it'll be tomorrow, and then I'll review them on Friday, I think. But yeah, that's it, chat. Currently playing, still doing Expedition 33, and I've started a Metroidvania called Mandragora. I'll see how far I get in that before talking more about it. Right, I was going to guess the game, but again, we kind of ran over. Mainly because I'm doing these TV segments now, and there's a lot more to talk about. But I enjoy doing the TV segments. I enjoy talking about RE0. I'm going to miss not talking about this show when I'm done next week. So, yeah. I will see you guys in the game. I actually need to get the game up. So let me just do that now so I can pop to the bathroom during the intro.